now that we've gone over a little bit about Polish notation, otherwise known as prefix, infix, and postfix notation, we should dive into some examples where you have to evaluate different equations. Before we do that though, it should be noted that in this equation, you have an additional operation here, which is at. Now, normally, we consider ourselves with a few main operations which will never change and which will most likely always be in every problem you do. Those are namely plus, which is addition, minus subtraction, asterisk, which will represent multiplication, a slash, which is division. Then you have your shift symbol, which is exponentiation, and you have your equal sign, which is just equals. In this case, however, you have a new symbol, which is this at symbol. Now, whenever you see a new symbol that's not one of these main 6 operations, the problem will definitely specify what the function of this operation is. Now, in this case, the at symbol is going to return the minimum value of the different variables in that equation or in its parameters. So if we do this one out, we should get at least 2 variables that this operation will operate on. So why don't we try this example? So like Kara did in the last video, what we want to do is we want to isolate what I like to consider or call your first degree operations or first degree term. So in this case, it'll be the 7 3 plus 2 6 times and then 2 to the 3rd power. Now if we do those out, well, it should also be noted that we leave these out of the first degree because it's only one number and 2 operations, which means that there's nothing operating on the 3 because you need another variable. So if we do these out, we're going to get 7 plus 3 is 10, 2 times 6 is 12, and 2 to the 3rd power is 8. Now we have our new equation, and we have our next layer of operations, which is 8 3 plus. Again, we leave out the at because there's nothing that's directly next to it. You need 2 variables directly next to an operation or operator in order to perform that operation. So if we do this one out, we get, again, 10, 12, and 8 plus 3 makes 11, and now we have our at operator. And since we're left with 3 variables, we can now perform this operation on what we have left. And seeing as it returns the lowest value out of all the variables, what we're going to get 10 because it's the lowest of 10, 12, and 11. So there's your answer.